I'm trying to post more consistently, so this is a big win for me. I can already see that it's because I'm motivated right now, but I'm keeping myself checked, and I'm not setting unrealistic standards for myself as far as, how often I'm going to be posting. But, enough of that. Today we got chest and biceps. I'm on a new split. It's not really a new split. It's just a split that I was on before Arnold. And the only reason I switched to Arnold was because I got a job and I was also at school. So, I prioritized how many days I'd be working instead of prioritizing, more days in the gym, because I needed the money. I prioritized the money over the gym for that amount of time. Now that I'm out of school and I graduated, I have work that replaced the hours I was at school, and I could still do the Dorian Yates split that I was on before Arnold. So if you don't know what the Dorian Yates split is, it's just shoulders, triceps, back, rest, chest, biceps, legs, and then rest. Or instead of 2 rest days after legs, you can just do 1 rest day after legs and repeat the split over if you want. But I just prefer having that extra rest day for legs, not only because I have a job and my fucking legs don't operate correctly after legs, so I guess I'm hitting them right. Yeah, so that's really all I got for now. I do want to say though that the gym I was at, the 24-hour I was at, is they're renovating it and they're having new machines and stuff being put in, so it's closed until the 29th of this month. So I'll be back there when it reopens. But for now, I'm at another 24, which is way more packed. So it might be harder for me to get clips. I'm still gonna try. But yeah, all I know is that this one's a lot. Well, I know this one's more packed because I was there, but this one is way more packed, and they have they have different machines. And honestly, I'd prefer the ones they have there. I just wish they had more. It's a smaller one, but it's 2 stories, so smaller in width and taller by height, but the overall square footage of the gym is smaller than the one I was going to. So I'm not gonna complain. It's a gym. As long as I can still work out, that's fine with me. So I'm back on the Dorian Yates split. Thank God. That is probably the split I want to run for the rest of my life until I try upper lower or full body EOD. I still don't know what the EOD stands for. I just know that's the term. But so yeah, that would be the split I would run for the rest of my life, unless something else worked better, which I haven't tried every split, so maybe something will. But the Dorian Yates split is probably my favorite split of all time, just because of the shoulders and triceps and the back in the beginning of the week. It helps out a lot because those 3 muscle groups are my weakest in terms of development, so those being first is really good for me. I know there's other muscle groups that you don't hit them in the same day, but in terms of CNS and recovery and just overall energy, having the prime amount of my energy being put towards the weaker muscle groups at the beginning of the week helps out a lot with growth. And I noticed that even when I was at school and I didn't have lat pull downs and I couldn't do pull-ups, the Dorian Yates split helped grow my back a lot more, not only because I did a lot of rows because that's really all I could do, but just the being able to put in so much energy just grew my back forcefully. So now that I have really good machines and I'm able to just fucking go, and I'm actually using machines instead of just free weights. I like to mix them up, but now that I'm using both, I'm expecting a lot more growth out of my back and my shoulders, triceps. So yeah, that's all we got. But chest and biceps, probably my favorite day of the split, just because having a chest pump with bicep, it doesn't make sense on paper, but when you're actually there and you're done with your chest and now you're hitting some bicep curls, like those 2 muscle groups are just so fun to hit. And then the fact that they're in the same day makes it even better. And I only got 2 movements for biceps just because I'm adding another set of everything to failure, and I'm upping the rep range just a little bit because I noticed I would go 1 set really hard to failure, but it was only 4 to 8 reps and I wasn't growing that much, and I noticed I was recovering fast enough, so I was like, I can up everything a bit more and I'll be fine. So 2 sets of everything of failure. We're gonna get chest out the way first, and we're gonna go into biceps. But as I said, only 2 movements for biceps. I might add in 3. I might do hammer curls at the end, but we'll see. So the first movement for biceps I'm gonna be doing is cable curls. Even before I ever went to a gym consistently, and I just had to stick with the school weight room I was in, I've always wanted to do cable curls, and like I was right, they just feel amazing to me. The stretch, the tension that you get the whole way through, it's just even. It's so good. Then after bicep curls, we have preacher curls, just to, you know, accentuate the stretch of the bicep a little bit more, having it under load. And you know, I might add in hammer curls if I notice sometime while I'm running this split that my biceps can use more work. Then I'll add in hammer curls, maybe a set or 2. Yeah, that's really it. Let's get to the fucking gym. First movement was gonna be Smith incline, but someone's taking it up and we don't want to wait that long. It's actually not that packed today, so I should probably be able to get some good clips, but I already did like 3 warm-up sets. This is my last warm-up before my 2 working sets. Just normal incline bench. We're about to fucking hit this shit. Push it. Come on. Push it. Push it. Push it. All right, so unfortunately I didn't get that many reps for my last 2 sets of incline bench, but the next movement we have here is chest press. It's a different variation of it, but this one's really good. I actually prefer this one over the other one at the other 24, so we're gonna push this one, 2 sets failure, 5 to 8 reps. Push it. Push. Get it up. Let me control it fully on the way down. Oh, I couldn't even control it down. All right, so after that chest press movement, we're going on to pec decks, just, you know, hitting it at all angles. For this specific movement, you want to make sure your arms are basically straight the whole movement, and really just trying to emphasize the stretch, because that's the main reason why I use this. You get a good contraction on this, don't get me wrong, but the stretch is just way out of the world on this machine. So make sure you're emphasizing it, straighten your arms, and when you go forward, make sure you're reaching out as if you're hugging a tree. All right, so the first movement of the day for biceps is going to be bicep curls, as I said earlier. Same philosophy, just treat it like any other muscle. Your biceps are going to grow just like any other muscle. All right, so I'm back from the gym, and as I predicted, it got so busy, and there was a lot of people who weren't comfortable with me recording them. You know, before I record, I always go up to people who might be in the restaurant. I ask, you know, is it okay if I record right here? And most of the time, if it's a guy, they say yeah, but sometimes, you know, there's just a girl there who doesn't want to record it. That's fine. Yeah, and it got packed, and we had to wait for machines for like 20 minutes just to move on from the cable curls. There was 3 dudes on the preacher curl machine. They each had 3 sets each. So me and my brother just went over to hammer curls, and we had to cut it short because our parents came. We were gonna do preacher curls after the bicep or the hammer curls, but parents were there. But either way, we still got a good session, and I'd say chest is fucked. Like that, we hit chest really good. So, you know, I'm not gonna really complain about how packed it was or people not wanting to be recorded. That's okay. And I'm still glad that we got a good session in and some good clips. I've just been using my tripod a lot more, or if not my tripod, I just ask my brother just to stand still as if it's a tripod to get a certain angle, because my tripod doesn't angle, you know, like if this was the phone, it doesn't angle like that. It just stays straight. So yeah, that's really it. I'm starting to, because what I used to do before was I used to go to failure on both sets. Now in the videos it looks like I'm going to failure on my first working set, but I'm not. I'm going to like RPE 8 or RIR 2 if you want to use that term. So, you know, and the reason for that is that, you know, fatigue, I'm saving fatigue, you know, I don't want to be fatigued. It's not even that. It's just I'm able to put more energy into the set that's actually going to be pushed to failure, and then I could get an extra 5 assisted reps if someone's there with me. Or if I don't have someone with me, I would do partials at the bottom of the movement. And I've noticed my shit's been getting fucked up a lot more, so, you know, that's always a positive. That's really it for this video. I should have this posted by tonight or tomorrow. Good night.